All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. So, we have yet to see Virginia Tech play one game under their new head football coach in James Franklin, but Franklin's impact in Blacksburg is profound already. Now, there is a buzz around Virginia Tech that has not been there in close to 15 years when Beamer ball under former head coach Frank Beamer was still ruling the roost. Now, Franklin's mere arrival at Virginia Tech has now made folks around the ACC sit up in their chairs once again and pay attention to the Hokies. The school's recommitment to their football program is helping, okay, as far as the money that's coming forth. We just recently saw a $20 million gift from an anonymous donor. And it's just big for this program because, I say this because there's kids around here that do not understand. During the 90s, Virginia Tech was one of the top programs in all of college football. I mean, you think about it, in those days, they were the face of the Big East. And of course, to me, the height of Virginia Tech's success came in when they made the BCS championship game as the number two team in the country and they lost to Florida State. That was a great game if anybody remembers. I know Florida State won it going away, but it was Michael Vick's coming out party on a college stage. But nonetheless, it's one of those where, Virginia Tech has really fallen by the wayside. They've only had one 10-win season since Frank Beamer stepped down after the 2015 season. And they've become an afterthought. And I said it when the news came around, or came down rather, that James Franklin was going to be taking over at Virginia Tech. I thought this was a steal of a pick as far as a head coach. And I think it could arguably be the best head coaching hire of this cycle in college football. Okay, but nonetheless, Franklin is going to be able to clean up recruiting wise in the DMV. Why? Because this was an area rather that he already had success in when he was coaching at Penn State. It's only going to be heightened now. In less than a month, we have seen Franklin flip so many of his recruits that were going to go to play for him at Penn State, as well as some of the coaching staff there. And honestly, with that said, it's only a matter of time before some of the kids who are currently playing at Penn State will enter the portal, and they are going to be on that caravan from Happy Valley to Blacksburg as well. So I can't say this enough because you knew that Virginia Tech was going to be in a better place with Franklin, and even though that they have not he has not coached one game for them yet, I think arguably this could be the best fit between head coach and program of this coaching cycle in college football. Got to wonder, okay, one of those recruits that Franklin was able to flip from Penn State to Virginia Tech, Troy Hune, a four-star quarterback that a lot of people are very high on. Is he going to be the team starter for 2026, or could Franklin possibly go look at the portal to try to get his next starting quarterback? We've got to wait and see. Yeah, I know that for some, it did appear that Franklin had has acted worn thin in Happy Valley with Penn State, but I guarantee you that the folks in Blacksburg, they've already welcomed him with open arms, and he has an opportunity for success and immediate success in the ACC with the Virginia Tech because uh, the ACC is not a top heavy league like the Big Ten is, and I'll tell you like this: the folks in Blacksburg, with where this program has been for about a decade now, they'll be more than happy with 10-2. I know the expectations were a little bit different at Penn State, but nonetheless, the folks at Virginia Tech will be very happy if James Franklin could get them to 10-2, be relevant, and consistently finishing in the top 15 or top 20, and even possibly making that run at a college football playoff bid. So again, you got to wonder how soon before Franklin is able to make the Hokies contenders. Well, don't get me wrong, talk is cheap, but I think the Hokies are already in a better place with their football program as it is. And of course, it's going to be defined by wins and losses on Saturdays for Franklin. And I guarantee you, I'll tell you this much. I'm not going to sit up here and say Virginia Tech is going to win the ACC next year, but they're not going to be a 3-9 football program. That much I can guarantee. This team is going to be in a better place. I think Franklin is going to continue to have success recruiting because at the end of the day, he's a darn good coach. It's just the fact that he has struggled in the big games. And of course, we have seen a lot of coaches like that, in the collegiate ranks. You've seen a lot of coaches like that in the pro ranks. And of course, when you're unable to win those big games, especially at a program like Penn State, your act can wear thin. But I guarantee you, the folks in Virginia Tech, they're already embracing him. And like I said, if he can get them 9-3 or 10-2, look out, they might build a statue for him there. But nonetheless, we haven't even really officially gotten to the full off season in college football. Of course, the rules are not perfect to say the least, and I think everybody should have the same opportunity, to get an equal start. But of course, that is not the case. But Virginia Tech is dealing with the hand that they were dealt. Okay, and they're making it work, and I guarantee you, this team is not going to be 3-9 next year. Franklin is outworking a lot of other people right now to rebuild this program. And I tell you, when Enter Sandman hits for the Hokies, when they enter Lane Stadium at the end of next summer, there's going to be a different feeling around this team, and it's already started. Strong start for James Franklin's era at Virginia Tech, and he hasn't even played a game yet, and he's already making a big impact. But folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank each and every one of you for checking out the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. And as always, if you like what you heard and saw, you know what to do. Just hit that like button as well as subscribing to this channel. And like I always say, it's greatly appreciated. Also, if you are on the X, formerly known as Twitter, you can check me out anytime at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365, and you can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. But until next time, fine folks, my name is William Martin. I'm signing off, and I'm saying thanks once again for checking out the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. Be well, everybody.